Good morning. It is Thursday, the 15th of September, 2022, 7 a.m. So you know what that means? Daily news in 10 time. So 10 minutes on the clock. Ready, steady, let's go. Manchester City were back in football action last night with a 2-1 win over Borussia Dortmund in Group G of the Champions League. So City have now acquired 6 points from 6 going into that big double header against FC Copenhagen in a matter of a couple of weeks. 5th of October, Wednesday night, we play again. But don't forget, Saturday, 12:30, Premier League is back. Manchester City hoping to not get bitten by the Wolves over Molineux on Saturday lunchtime. But Premier, as we said, the Champions League did return, and it all kicked off on Tuesday evening. And what I'm going to do for you, I'm just going to read out the results from Tuesday night, and then I will go through the league table standing. So I'll go through Tuesday, I'll go through Wednesday, and then I'll give you the league standings as we speak after match day 2. So let's start off at Anfield, where Liverpool scraped over the line with a 2-1 win over Ajax from Holland, the Giants. Then there was Bayer Leverkusen 2, Atletico Madrid 0, FC Porto 0, Club Brugge 4. Great win for Club Brugge away at the El Drago Stadium. Victoria Pilsen 0, Inter Milan 2. Good win for Inter there. Bayern Munich, the battle of the heavyweights, European giants. Leroy Sané on fire for the Bavarian club. Bayern Munich 2, Barcelona 0 over the Allianz Arena. Sporting Lisbon with a 2-0 win over Conte's Spurs. I did say a few weeks back, thought Conte wasn't going to take this so seriously to concentrate on the league. And it looks like it might be the case because Spurs flopping over in Lisbon last night. Shame their fans weren't as respectful. I mean, the Lisbon fans, quite disrespectful, actually, what they did on Tuesday night. Marseille 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 1 in that group. And then we rolled on to Wednesday night. Rangers losing 3-0 at home to Napoli. Napoli getting 2 wins out of 2. That's 7 goals in 2 games. Napoli clear top of their group. AC Milan 3, Dynamo Zagreb 1. Chelsea 1-1 draw with Red Bull Salzburg there. And former Manchester City player on the score sheet for Chelsea, certain Raz Mataz, finally getting on the score sheet in Europe for the Graham Potters now, Blues. Shakhtar Donetsk 1, Celtic 1. Good point for Celtic away in a very tricky time. Donetsk, I know it's not being played in Donetsk. It's in Poland. I think I might have that wrong, but I'm sure it was in Poland where that game was played last night on Wednesday. Real Madrid getting over a 2-0 win over RB Leipzig. FC Copenhagen in City's group 0-0 at home to Seville. So it looks like they're battling for the wooden spoon at the moment in that group out of those two. Who's going to get that Europa League spot? Who's going to get that dreaded wooden spoon? I don't mean for the mixing bowl. City, as we know, 2-1 winners over Borussia Dortmund. That late show, thanks to goals from John Stones, Johnny Stones, Johnny Stones. Anyway, and Erling Braut Haaland with his 1500th goal of the season. Feels that way. Juventus going down 2-1 at home to Benfica. Shock of the night, probably. There, Allegri's men. Oh, dear. Maccabi Haifa losing 3-1 at home to PSG. So let's have a look at the... I'm just going to bring up the tables. Now, what's actually been going on in the tables when I can find them? Don't want the Europa Conference. It just gives you everything but the Champions League. Oh, there we go. Right, so we've got Group A. Napoli are top. 2 out of 2. Liverpool are second with 3 points out of their first 2 games. Ajax are third. Rangers, sadly, are rock bottom. May I just add, by the way, what a tremendous thing that Rangers fans did for Her Majesty the Queen last night at Ibrox. The Union Jack that they did, Memorial, was amazing with the Queen's head in the middle, and then they sang the national anthem. UEFA said no, their fans didn't care, and no, they shouldn't be fined because you're going to fine fans for singing. There was no songs played. They just sang it. Well done to the Rangers fans there. Group B is Club Brugge at the top, 6 out of 6. Bayer Leverkusen a second, Atletico Madrid a third, and Porto are rock bottom on 0. Then we go on to Group C. Bayern Munich are clear, 2 out of 2. Barcelona 3 out of 6. 3 points out of possible 6, that is. Inter Milan, I've got 1 win out of 2, 3 points out of 6. And Victoria Pilsen rock bottom with 0. And then we go on to the next group. Sporting Lisbon, 6 points, 2 out of 2 for them. Tottenham, Conte Spurs, 3 points from 6. Eintracht Frankfurt a third, and Marseille rock bottom on 0. A lot of teams on 0 after 2 games. Next group, AC Milan, 4 points from 6, win 1, draw. They are top. Dynamo Zagreb, 1 win from 2, they're second. Red Bull Salzburg, 2 wins on the bounce, leave them 2 points. And Chelsea, surprisingly, rock bottom in their group after a 1-1 draw against Red Bull Salzburg. Not good for them, I'll tell you that at home. Not something Graham Potter probably would have wanted on his first home game. We've done that one. Real Madrid are top of their group, 6 out of 6. Shakhtar Donetsk second on 4 points. Celtic third. They're currently in the Europa League spot with 1 point, and then RB Leipzig rock bottom on 0. Then we come to Group G. Manchester City top, 2 out of 2, 6 points. Borussia Dortmund, 1 out of 2, 3 points. FC Copenhagen and Seville battling it out, a point each. Currently, Seville are bottom on their goal difference. And then Group F, the final group here, is PSG are top, 6 out of 6, 2 wins from 2. Benfica also 2 wins out of 2. The only reason they are basically not top is PSG have scored more goals, basically. They've scored 5 goals, Benfica 4, because the goal difference is bang the same, 3 apiece. Juventus and Maccabi Haifa, there's the big shocks. Juventus, 2 out of 2 losses so far, slap back 0, and they're currently in the Europa League spot based on goal difference. So that's where we're at with those. What I'm going to give you now is just a very quick little tidbit on Pep Guardiola's news conference yesterday about what he did say about Manchester City. And the big thing coming out of last night was how Manchester City are suddenly now winning games coming from behind. Got this mentality of a really good, never giving attitude. And Pep's just said he's been impressed with the newfound ability of earning points after falling behind. Something that he's always said wasn't always going to happen. And a lot of fans have said that as well. You know, we've come back from 3-1 down to Newcastle. We've come from behind against Palace. We've come from behind against with 2-goal deficit against Villa at the end of last season, as we know. And then Borussia Dortmund last night after Jude Bellingham nodded in from a Marco Reus cross. So Pep Guardiola did say again, and now against Villa, we were champions, West Ham, Palace, Newcastle, Palace. We can create momentum. Julian helped us, 1 extra body in there. They defend the pockets really well with Bellingham and Ozak. The problem was we didn't play with the rhythm. I tried to tell them it's not done. Schürrle and Hummels, when you play with Bayern Munich, you have to be a good player. Guardiola also explained we went wrong against Dortmund before his side managed to rescue the win. We struggled. We played in the wrong gear, and we are who we are, and we can lose or win. When we played the last 35 minutes, we realised, okay, we're 1-0 down, and subs come on and give a new rhythm. After you can lose, this is who we are. Champions League doesn't wait. It doesn't forgive you. And boy, is he right. We were not in the right tempo. The goal from Stonesy in the first half does not shoot, but in that moment, we were in the right rhythm. He said it's not about winning or losing. Every day you have to perform well. It's a good lesson winning because we are in a perfect position. All respect for Copenhagen, but we have 6 points. Against Copenhagen, we have the chance to go through and then focus on the Premier League. And that is exactly what you should be doing, Pep. Get 12 out of 12, and then we move on to the Premier League. We can put the Champions League to bed for a few months at least, till after the World Cup. Anyway, that concludes our daily news in 10. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget, the post-match reaction show is now live on the channel. Please grab us from last night with myself, Rich, and Vader, who was so kindly enough to give up their time to come and join us here on the channel. Please give this thumbs up, share it around. If you've not hit that subscribe button, what you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Come on, get your channel to 1,000 subscribers as quick as you can. And please join us tonight, 9:30. We are back Thursday night chat, where we're going to be talking all about the Wolves preview. And then we're going to be talking about certain Chelsea's owners' comments about a North and South game. Do you agree, or do you think it's a load of garbage? Let us know tonight, live on the channel, 9:30. Have a wonderful Thursday. Take care. And I hope your day goes well. See ya live tonight, 9:30 here